Hello and welcome to Cedar Streams, my friends. Good to see you guys. Welcome. I'm Joshua Hester, host of the Cedar Streams, and with me today we have Tape and Tears. How's it going, guys?
Good.
Well enough.
Excellent. So, let's do a little intro for you guys. Tape and Tears, a folk pop punk band based out of northern Wisconsin, blending hauntingly honest lyricism with dirty and delicate vocalizations. A canvas for catharsis, the band was created by singer-songwriter Jilliana Hope with support from Quiver the Busker. Their instrumentation blends guitar, banjo, ukulele, cajon, and eclectic harmonizations. In the vein of artists Stick and Poke, local news legend, and Tokay, Tape and Tears injects a soft and gritty energy into the folk punk scene. They embrace DIY in every aspect of the project, from their debut album, Grace of Any Kind, to an independently booked Midwest tour they are prepping for in March. Welcome to the show, my friends.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank you for having us.
Absolutely.
Here.
So, I touched on the new album, Grace of Any Kind, which was just released on February 13th, correct?
Yes.
Awesome. How's the reception going?
Nothing but positivity. But we try not to read reviews.
Yeah, that'll cut you deep if you pay attention. I've gotten one hater in my day, and
Congratulations.
it felt good. It really felt good, man. I was like, oh, I'm doing something right. You know what I mean?
Nothing but kind messages, which has been nice.
That's wonderful. Was that something you guys recorded? I know you stressed the DIY part of your element. Was that something you guys all recorded yourself? Where was this?
We have a friend and old-time folk punk singer, Eric Funn,
Okay.
has a studio with his friend in his basement.
Okay.
And he said, hey, we like what you're about. Please come record with us. But we slept on the guy's couch in the studio.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
I had to leave my blanket there because we didn't have enough room in the luggage to bring it back.
It felt very old school, kind of like how I feel like they might have recorded albums in the early 2000s. So that was a nice feel because I don't know if I'll ever be able to recreate that, but I think that's also okay.
And I'm a big champion of recording somewhere where the vibe is right, where it's less sterile. Like something like a homie's basement would be amazing, just because you know the good energy in that spot.
Yeah.
You
The first time we went to record, they had a click track, and we both said, "Oh no, we don't use a click track," and we just hear from the studio, "I knew I liked you."
Yeah, we got to shout out to Color Wheel Studios, Jesse Miller. It was my first time in Minneapolis, and it was such an incredible experience and incredible place to be able to see this music come to life in a different way than you're going to hear tonight.
How long did it take to record the album?
A week and a half?
9 days.
Yeah.
You guys stayed there for 9 days and just
Yeah.
Yep.
tore out that whole thing?
Yep. None of the tracks had been recorded before then, other than a demo version of the first song we're going to play tonight, which was just uke back then. And then we just brought a different meaning to them with full bands typically for some of the songs and just seeing what came out naturally for them.
That's cool that you had the time to flex your writing muscle in a proper studio scenario that isn't sterile. You know what I mean? Like you were at your friend's house, staying on a couch, and you could flesh these songs out. You know,
Yeah.
in a way that felt whole, but still within your wheelhouse. You know.
And it was natural because every song was written on just either uke or guitar, and then my friend plays bass and drums, so they wrote those parts. So they got to we didn't have, as non-drummers, we didn't write a drum part and then give it to someone who's better than us. We gave someone who knew what they were doing, wrote the part for us, which is really, really nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We got to just I can kind of do ooh, here's the noise I think I might be hearing. What do you think? And then really bounce off of each other nicely. I felt like in that collaborative space and experience.
Sing a little ding, 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 and then they'll hit a hi-hat for you.
Yeah, or be oh, I think you actually want this with the lower. Is that more what you're picturing? I'm yes, you're definitely
There you
you're
go.
bringing it out.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
we had no lingo.
Nope.
they taught you. It's a learning experience, man, especially in that kind of scenario. You feel comfortable doing so.
Exactly.
So you had mentioned the first song you're going to play. What's the name of it?
The first song is called Misery's Best Company. It is the lead single off the album, if you will. There are 2 versions of it out in the world. One is just me and my uke, and if you listen closely, you can hear Berlin traffic in that one because it was just a demo on my computer. And then the other one is what we brought to life in December.
Well, why don't we go ahead and play that song for us? Tape and Tears.
Your misery's best company. Buy a bottle of cheap wine. You can sit here with me while by the wayside. Go slow, but with the tide. Don't it feel kinda nice to think about the headlights? And in those moments right before, what do you see? What's in store? Pull yourself back every time you walk. It's never been your style. When you think about the ones who do, well, they'd hate to never see you again. Yeah, I guess you should do it for your mom and your 2 friends. And that's what I'm trying, so why do I still recognize myself? I'm no good at hiding, so I never say that I'm fine. I spill my guts for sovereignty, only feel good when others bleed like me. Maybe I'm their misery. I am misery's best company. What you think you can do better? Find stormier weather. You can't beat the hurricanes or father's rain. Watching your mothers fall from grace. And if I am my mother's daughter in about 20 years or so, I'll be screaming at the top of my lungs, do you wish I was the one to go? Consolation prize, cherry on a survivor's life is what the summers and years remind me of. And honestly, I'm trying, so why do I still recognize myself? I am no good at hiding, so I never see that I'm fine. I spill my guts for sovereignty, only feel good when others bleed like me. Maybe I'm their misery. Maybe I'm their misery. Maybe I'm your misery. Oh, can I be your misery? Can I be? Maybe I'm their misery. Maybe I'm your misery. Oh, can I be your misery? And that's what I'm trying, so why do I still recognize myself? I'm no good at hiding. I never say that I am fine. Spill my guts for sovereignty, only feel good when others bleed like me. Maybe I'm the misery. Maybe I'm the misery. Maybe I'm your misery. Oh, can I be your misery? Can I be? Maybe I'm your misery. Maybe I'm their misery. Oh, can I be your misery? Maybe I'm the misery. Maybe I'm your misery. Oh, can I be your misery? Thank you. Quick transition real quick for the next song. This next one I think fits well for this place because it's called The Stream.
Not what you're thinking, though.
Little kismet right there.
Right? I have to remember how the rhythm goes.
I'll be okay, I'm just not much right now. Watch myself rocket, then fall to the ground. Houston, we've got a big problem I can't fix. No matter mile or thousand, I'll be just fine, though I'm not much right now. Settle inside skies, never allowed till the moon comes out. Then it crashes down on my shoulders, heavy as boulders, and I throw myself down the stairs. I don't wanna cry from the pain within my body that isn't on my mind. And I don't like to be alone. You said you need time, and that's alright. It's alright, I'll be alright. Made a promise to myself that I promptly forgot. My clothes are from a month ago, the laundry starts to rot. Couldn't kill the spider in the sour last July. Is there any real use in trying? Told you a story you swore said 100 times. Told me it's okay, I still think that you're lying. I like the middle of the street, but only in the night. Ill intentions don't cross my mind. Still I throw myself down the stairs. I don't wanna cry from the pain within my body that isn't on my mind. And I don't like to be alone. You said you need time, and that's alright. It's alright, I'll be alright. I get too drunk and dramatic sometimes. Tear apart every soul that I think lied. Rip them for the frame and I'll do the same shit again. Maybe God ain't my friend. It's just my brain rehashing the same old song again. Maybe I'm just selfish and wanting a bit more than what I have. Ignorance of flaws but can't change the code. And I throw myself down the stairs. I don't wanna cry from the pain within my body that isn't on my mind. And I don't like to be alone. You said you need time, and that's alright. It's alright, I'll be alright. Living feels so ominous. I can't see through all of this need for validation. It just leaves my heart breaking. Living set my ways in stone. I wish I could let them go. Worst case scenarios keep me holding on. I know I'll be fine. I know I'll be okay. This is just the stream trying to wash me away. I know I'll be okay. I know I'll be just fine. It's only a stream messing around with my mind. Said I throw myself down the stairs. I don't wanna cry from the pain within my body that isn't on my mind. Yeah, I don't like to be alone. You said you need time, and that's alright. It's alright, I'll be alright. I'll be alright.
Wonderful. That song's called The Stream, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Mind, shining a light on the subject matter of that?
Yes. Technical difficulties. Thank you so much, Josh. Trying to be super gentle.
There's microphones on that.
Oh, yeah.
Hoff would beat us up. He's the guy running the sound up there.
Yes, thank you to Aaron Hoff.
Yeah, Aaron Dusterheft. He's handling it up in the booth.
Yes, thank you
Yeah.
so much. But yeah, the song was written over a few different moments of stream of consciousness thoughts where I just needed to get out. Typically my thoughts come in prose, so it just came naturally in a few sittings, particularly during the wintertime actually, and then I compiled it into this song called The Stream because it's about stream of consciousness.
Cool. That's lovely. I like that. So the Stream, the production, every week is brought to a number of amazing sponsors that help us out. We're going to take a moment to hear from, let's see the sheet, Timber Innovations.
We don't need love explaining.
huge thank you to Timber Innovations for helping keep the lights on here at the Cedar stream. So, we're back from a commercial. We're all tuned up. I think, too, I have a couple of observations and questions. That seems to be what I like to do on the stream and pick people apart a little bit. So this comes with like a little bit of, like as a caveat, a little philosophy from myself. But music in general has like this power to connect and divide, obviously, as well. And here at the Cedars Project and the Cedar Stream, we try to promote, this sense of community, this inclusivity, and like we're trying to bring everybody together because working with one another versus being at odds with one another, it's super important these days, man. Like it's huge. And my my question for you both would be something along those lines, but in regards to music. Like I said, music connects and divides. Some music comes from a place of like vitriol, like a contention. I've written a pissed off song before, and I'm sure you guys have as well. And then some other music, comes from love, comes from passion. Where do you find your drawing from? And it's a huge question, I know, but like that is a broad question. But where do you find your lyrics? Where does your flow of consciousness come?
Well, I think we resonate a lot with honest and like gritty songwriters, not in an attempt to like be shocking, but it just people who are better at articulating negative feelings that you don't admit out loud to yourself, either out of shame or just or you're just not as eloquent as that writer is. And I think we aim to do that because I think I've always liked sad songs, and she has too.
Yeah.
Sad and angry. Well, because music is used to soothe. If everyone was happy, we wouldn't sing. Like there's a line that I like in a folk punk song that says in heaven there's no music, there's no metal, there's no punk. Because you don't need it. You're already happy. So and like the people that I remember, the people that skyrocket to the top of my favorite songwriters are the ones who basically just put their diary to music.
Yeah, I mean, I always said I don't keep a diary or journal. I write because I feel like I have to write. It's the way that I process the world best functionally and has been since I was like 8 years old.
The lens through which you see.
Yeah, exactly. I always felt like I was always healing from something in real time or attempting to and understand the world and understand myself and what I was going through in life. And music and prose, I also wrote poetry and do write poetry, and I think that is very evident in the way that my lyrics are lined out or that we end up putting together songs.
All right, hell yeah. Answers that question. Cool, man. And I suppose that leads into the next question for both of you. When did it occur to you to put these feelings, that poetry, put that to music, like to put that to a melody, both of you? Because I know you do songwriter stuff as well. So
yeah,
when did that?
I mean, I'm always impressed by what Quiver the Busker writes for solo projects and what they bring to this project, because I think I always kind of hear the start of a melody in my mind or kind of the potentiality of one, and then they're able to just bring it to such an expansive level that it not only brings a whole new and other layer and meaning, but also just enhances what I was originally thinking and is just something that always resonates with what I was originally feeling or thinking or telling them as one of my closest friends in the world.
For me, I started busking on the street other people's songs, and people would always like stop and turn around to listen for one of two reasons. One, they either recognize the song or they heard a particularly potent lyric. Like my favorite one that I don't know why this gets people, but is a lyric in a song that says, "I thought about killing my landlord." Without fail, every time somebody stops to listen to that song, like, wait, okay, so
haven't we all, man?
Yeah, so when I realized that either from a want or a need to hear your own thoughts shout out by someone who has a decent enough sounding voice, that's what I wanted to write. 'Cause I wanted to do that for other people with my own thoughts. Because for all the punk and angry music I listened to, I did have some thoughts that I hadn't heard represented yet, which means that other people had those same thoughts, and there was a space I could fill.
It's beautiful. Like and it seems to like accurately reflect in your music, and if somebody does that whip around, you know what I mean? It kind of gives you that like, oh, okay, that applied to somebody
like,
at least.
Yes, there's
Yeah.
like I'm human and you are too. Yeah, I found someone.
I think it's really nice because like our lyrics can be very detailed sometimes because I use it for processing what I've been through in life, and you hear some very harsh things because of that. But I still really do that because I hope that someone else who's maybe been through something similarly aligned is like, oh, someone finally said it in more specifics, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense.
There's been so many times I've listened to like a Radiohead song or something, and be like, that's the madness. He knows.
Exactly.
He gets it. That's funny. Oh, that's good stuff. How did you two start Tape and Tears? Did you know each other prior to doing a musical project together?
We met at an open mic.
Okay.
And I was drawn because any musician knows you meet other musicians at open mics, and they'll tell you about their project, but most of the time when you're like, oh, you're right, you're a songwriter, play me something, the excuses are the next thing that come. Yep. And she said, oh, I'm a songwriter, and I haven't written very many songs, but I'm trying. And I was like, okay, can I hear one? And she goes, yeah. And she gets up, goes to the car, grabs her ukulele, and in the midst of like a crowd, without like concern for them, just starts playing me one of her songs. And I'm like, I've been doing this for years. You're the first person to actually just answer the question right and play a song. Yeah, and of course, those two songs, those are her lyrics. So you can hear how like clever her lyricism is, which struck me immediately.
I've been wanting to like, at the time, get into the music scene, and that was really my first time attempting to do this for real in some capacity of like meeting musicians and trying to connect with fellow human beings who aligned in that way. And it really just snowballed from there. I don't think I would be here if I hadn't met them and some of the other people I met that night or from that night too. So
wonderful. And it takes a special kind of courage to just whip out a ukulele like that. You know what I mean? Like, especially in the middle of a crowd, just like, we're auditioning. Let's do this.
Yeah, no.
It was nice because it was kind of outside of the space, and I didn't know if I was gonna go that night or not. But that ended up encouraging me to try to perform in a space I'd never been and in a place I'd never been. And I think it was really meaningful to have that encouragement. And I think that it's helped us take shape as artists individually, and then also as this duo project in the form it currently exists and has existed in the past.
And you said artists individually. You had explained to me earlier that you both have solo projects as well.
Yeah, so they do music under Quiver the Busker, and their debut album is going to be releasing next month, I believe.
March 6th.
Yeah.
Tentative.
It's
Yes, and
no later than March 18th.
yeah, I'm
But
biased.
March 6th is what.
Yeah.
Depending on the email when I check after this, it should be March 6th.
I'm wildly biased because I have worked as their manager a bit, and before trying to pursue music more seriously for myself, that behind the scenes work has always meant a lot to me. I'm a local booker too, and I just really care about helping make music that matters and helping the people who make music that matters. And then I've done one EP as Juliana Hope, but just the last couple years I really felt like I needed to let my music sit with me until it could have the life that it needed to in the forms that it now does.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Speaking of music, should we seg into a couple more songs from y'all?
Yeah.
What's the first one you're going to be playing called?
This first one is called Gen Z. I wrote it, I started writing it in August right after the death of Charlie Kirk. And I grew up in the generation of Parkland. I had people I knew who were in those experiences, and growing up in a world that is changing towards seeing more violence and more prominence of it definitely I think has shaped my generation, and this song kind of talks about some of the ways that it has. And then the one that we'll be doing after it is an unreleased song. So yeah.
Lovely. Tape and Tears.
Yes. This is called Gen Z.
I'm a millennial. I just want to make that clear.
Yeah, no, sorry. This one's all on me, dog.
Ready?
I I never was the type to like getting high. Had a drink at 19, wow, I'm so wild. And I could have sworn vapes were cigarettes till I went over to the Netherlands. Isn't it funny how we built new demons? Hell-bent on the same demise. Lexi, Addie, and Zoe still rule our goddamn world. Just now they're medications instead of mean girls. Sometimes I think it would be better if my mom had me at 21. Sure, it's her body or whatever, but being an 80s kid just sounds more fun than Gen Z. Gen Z, they say we're fucked in the head. Too far gone to find common sense. Gen Z, maybe we're last in the alphabet for a reason. Gen Z, they say we're full of it. It's not a thought, have a heart, just to actually use it. Gen Z, maybe we're last in the alphabet for a reason. I still remember how on the school grounds we only needed to fear fire, but somehow flames turned into run, hide, and fight. Shouldn't be this normal in a land built on life. They say we have pride, but it's the wrong kind. And how could we when there's people blaming the thieves while they've got golden apples up their sleeves? Sometimes I think it would be better if my mom had me at 21. Sure, it's her body or whatever, but being an 80s kid just sounds more fun than Gen Z. Gen Z, they say we're fucked in the head. Too far gone to find common sense. Gen Z, maybe we're left in the alphabet for a reason. Gen Z, they say we're full of it. It's not a flaw to have a heart, just to actually use it. Gen Z, maybe we're left in the alphabet for a reason. And I'm not saying we're a lost cause or we've flown too close to the sun. A good intentioned Icarus can still hurt the ones that they love. Gen Z, it's hard to make amends. I've been called an old soul since before I was 10. Gen Z, for better or worse, we're in on this. Gen Z, they say they're leaving it in our capable hands when they've lost their grit. Gen Z, maybe we're last in the alphabet to change it. They say we're fucked in the head. Too far gone to find common sense. Gen Z, maybe we're last in the alphabet for a reason. Gen Z, they say we're full of it. It's not a flaw, never hard, just to actually use it. Gen Z, maybe we're last in the alphabet for a reason. Thank you. So, yeah, that song kind of came out of this feeling of struggling with my generation as someone who's always been a bit more of an old soul type and been like, guys, why are we doing this? Why are we not coming together, instead tearing each other apart for different parts of who we are? And I think there's just so much good energy in my generation that can sometimes be misguided, but also, like, when it's guided right, gosh, is it incredible to watch and be a part of. And I think it's true of any generation. You can really flip whatever you want to put in there. But at the end of the day, I'm Gen Z, so sorry. Yeah, this... Real, actually. This next song, as I mentioned, is an unreleased. I only finished writing it in the last couple weeks, and actually only wrote it in the last couple weeks.
I think it's like 6 days old, like not even a week, like from its
maybe.
current state. Yeah.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, it's a really baby song. Ironically, it's called Caterpillars, and I really believe in the butterfly effects of life and that growing and changing can very much feel like just you're going through metamorphosis over and over again. And this song is kind of just acknowledging those different stages of growing pains and how it's a struggle, but it's beautiful still. When one door is closed and the window's still shut, do you climb on your bed, try to crawl through the vent? 'Cause you've just had enough. Or look up at the sky and curse through the roof at whatever made this earth and this air. Say it's not fair, 'cause it's never fair. And the caterpillars crawl and creep, contort in ways around me, trying to grow, trying to change. And whenever they look at me, ever so expectant, shoulders. Where else is there to go? My body isn't made of cement, and neither is my heart nor head. Still I try to know what feels good and what feels right. But maybe that's the reason I am not a butterfly. Please tell me metamorphosis hasn't left me behind. I think I am a pacifist, but sometimes we can all throw fists. And I hate to bleed for me, but won't hesitate for those around me. And when I was a little kid, I thought about my next of kin, but I no longer know if I can bring someone into the throes of all the pain and anger in my family's legacy, of all the horrors creeping in our nation's forming history, and the caterpillars crawl and creep, contort in ways around me, trying to grow, trying to change. And whenever they look at me, ever so expectantly, I shrug my shoulders. Where else is there to go when my body isn't made of cement, and neither is my heart nor head? Still I try to know what feels good and what feels right. But maybe that's the reason I am not a butterfly. Oh, please tell me metamorphosis hasn't left me behind. Oh, la da 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 da, la da da da. I am running into the same wall over again, made of all the people who once claimed to be my friend. I am running into the same wall over again, and it turns out to be just a mirror in the end. Still the caterpillars, they crawl and they creep, they're contorting in ways around me, and I know they're just trying to grow and they're just trying to change. But whenever they look at me, they're ever so expectantly, so I shrug my shoulders, 'cause where else is there to go? And the caterpillars crawl and creep, contort in ways around me, trying to grow, trying to change. And whenever they look at me, ever so expectantly, I shrug my shoulders. Where else is there to go when my body isn't made of cement, and neither is my heart nor head? Still I try to know what feels good and what feels right. But maybe that's the reason I am not a butterfly. Please tell me metamorphosis hasn't left me behind. Oh, please tell me metamorphosis hasn't left us behind.
That was great.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you so
6
much.
days old?
Yeah,
6
about
days old?
in
Just a
that form,
baby.
yeah.
They grow up so fast.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just a caterpillar.
Ha ha ha.
Well, dude, that that was good, right?
Yeah. Very punny.
So that brings me to another point that I kind of discussed with you guys earlier. A lot of your music seems to reflect the idea of change, metamorphosis,
That's true.
growth, and I'm glad that that's true. I feel like that's a proper observation on my part. Correct?
Yeah, I would definitely say, like I've mentioned, I really believe in the butterfly effects of life. I don't think that I would be here and in this form if certain things hadn't happened in even just the last 2 years, let alone 5, let alone 25 that I've been alive. And I think it can be very painful and it's something that you have to know and live with, both that like resentment, but also that like remembrance of what brought you to where you are and the form you're in today.
I kind of equate that thought to grieving your past self, but in like a healthy way, like the pillars of your personality that you had to knock down in order to build another one up. And that is a beautiful way to put that.
I've also noticed that the two most relatable things that I bond, like when you start to really get to know someone, the two things that you talk about are how much you hate your current self and how much you wish things were different. So I feel like there's just a ripe ground for, like desiring change, because I feel like once you leave school, you have the feeling for the first time, I've done nothing with my life and never will, and then you die feeling the same way. It never really goes away.
That's where growth happens, though, once you recognize it.
But it's never enough. You never change enough.
Never develop in the right way. That's funny. All right. Well, in this section of the show, I like to take questions from the audience. Does anybody have any queries?
Hi.
Come on, Kurt. Let's do this.
Yeah, it's really interesting because I've seen you both as separate artists, playing at the Cedars as well as at the Block Party. We had the honor of you guys playing at the Block Party. It was wonderful. And it's interesting because both your styles are very, very different. Now, how did you guys come together, and how do you make that work? Because one of the things I, as an artist, have a difficult time doing is sharing.
Really?
Yeah.
You have difficulty with that?
I'm writing it. Okay, here's what it is, guys. Guys get 10%. I see a lot of give and flow here. I see a lot of quivers. I see a lot of that, and I see your lyrical content. Obviously, I see a lot of it. You're very rapid flow. You're really rapid.
Yeah.
I talk fast, but holy cow, that's great. I'm impressed. I'm amazed. But yeah, how did that work out? Was it easy? Just because you. How did that work out?
I think it took about 3 years before we found a rhythm that made sense.
Yeah.
Between the two of us. I think we both, for a while, felt like we were just playing each other's music.
Right.
Like supporting each other very deeply, but wanting to collaborate, but not really feeling the timing.
Yeah, but it didn't really feel like our project for a while. That's why we didn't start it for a while. Because we've known each other for going on 4 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this is under a year old. So
Yes.
Yeah, I could hear just knowing you two just over the last 2 years. I can hear the melding just in this work. Cause especially your finger style picking quiver is just brilliant.
Aw.
Yeah.
It's really lovely.
I mean, that's why I'm really glad. I feel like I'm able to be very comfortable in this setting and feel supported in this space. And we'd been writing music together for a couple years. Not many songs, but still a few. And I think that having a chance to I went to Europe for a while, for a few months, and having a chance to have that space to grow for both of us. I think when we came back together, we just hit the ground running for this project, and within a month we were recording this album, and then now we've released it, and I think this just felt like it settled right.
Okay, it sounds really wonderful. Love it.
Thank you so much,
Thank
Kurt.
you.
Appreciate you.
Great question, Kurt. Would anyone else?
Hello, human.
Please, someone. Oh.
So I noticed you both have an unusual instrument. So to me, banjo is a little unusual, and then the little drum box. Like, how did you guys how did you guys get introduced to a banjo and a drum box?
I'm a busker. I got her into busking. These are
Yeah.
loud on the street.
Yeah. I've really tried to be very loud on a uke before.
That drum box is the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Yes,
I
it's
have
beautiful.
I have never seen anyone like it. I just recently bought it off of a friend of mine, Bernardo, and I still owe him money for it. Sorry, Bernardo. He's a very chill dude. Thank you.
And he's not here anymore.
Yeah.
He's not here. Yeah, he's in Europe.
Yes.
That's the
No,
best
he's-
way to owe somebody money.
Yeah. No, he's the one in Europe. Yeah.
Just banjo you can hear from a block away. Cajon, percussion makes you feel, when you have someone playing percussion, you feel like more of a band. Like, sometimes when you're just one person with an instrument, you're a weirdo on the street. With a percussionist, you have, structure and, I don't want to say prestige, but you don't look like you're an insane person.
I've always enjoyed bands that have a drummer singing. And I think for our duo stuff, I've been playing on and off percussions like djembe and cajon for the last like 10-ish years. So
because you just have better rhythm than me.
It just feels more natural, which is ironic because strings instruments, I think, come less naturally to me, and I really have to think about it in a different way than they do. It's just like incredible to watch them pick something up like the banjo in less than like a year or whatever, like even less than 6 months, I'd say.
Yeah,
maybe?
I think I got that in September.
I think you did, yeah. So it's been incredible to see. I always had an on and off relationship with strings instruments, and particularly guitar.
Yeah. One more question.
Okay, do you two ever perform with other singers and on stage? And if so, do you ever use other instruments other than strings?
Yeah, I would say that we definitely like to be collaborative. Yeah, if I can talk collaborative. Thank you, Quiv. In our work, you can see on their page some just different incredible artists that we love. We've gotten to play with. If you want to talk more about that.
You play piano.
I do play piano. That's true.
That
I don't know why. That's the first instrument I started composing on. I learned instruments for the sake of being able to write what I was hearing in my head melodically. And I always identified as a singer and a songwriter before that. So we've definitely incorporated piano before, but it's just, as you can see probably here, very hard to bring something like that out to busk, let alone to gigs. So
I also I do know how to play harmonica, but I only have one harmonica in one key, so that kind of limits how often I can use it.
Yeah. It's really fun to play with our harmonies too. I think that in future work you see from us, we're probably going to explore that more in a recorded setting, but it's been really fun to get to just play around with meeting their voice and making us something new together, I think.
Just, Juliana, do you ever perform keyboards live on stage anymore, locally in this state?
I would love to. I think it's kind of almost a gun-shy feeling at this point. I started a few years back playing keyboard, and then I transitioned over to ukulele, but not as much anymore, but I hope to get back to it one day and feel that comfort again in it.
Yeah, it was hard to transfer a keyboard.
Yeah.
Because I can't see well enough to drive, and she doesn't have her license either.
Yes.
So we always rely on other people for rides, and not everybody can move a keyboard in their car because all of our friends have dirty cars.
I was just
So it's just we developed the act with the instruments we could fit in a car with this much trunk space.
I think piano is always still going to be my anxiety instrument that I go back to when I need a moment of like groundedness, and I've definitely even felt that in the last few days.
Little catharsis.
Yeah, exactly.
On the
Ha ha.
ivories.
Catharsis, like how I described our act.
Yeah, that's called a callback.
Oh. I didn't do theater. No.
Well, we'll take another moment to hear from one of our wonderful sponsors, Quick Trippy.
I love Quick Trip.
Hey, Quick Trippy, won't you pay me up nice? Pay me up nice for the rest of my life, yeah. Hey, Quick Trippy, won't you pay me up good? So they know I'm the baddest in the hood, yeah. My homeboy Quick Trippy, yeah, look how he just did me. Them colors looking bright as hell, that paint so thick and drippy. Yeah, that's me as Ali when I knocked out Joe Frazier. Yeah, that's me and my homeboy Mike Quick gripping on them tasers. Here's a painting of me where I'm looking hot. I'm looking hot. Yeah, this here painting of me is the best I got. Best I got. But my favorite painting is the one where I'm Ali. Yeah, and if you don't believe, you can see my hand speed. Here's a painting that he did of a sad clown. But this alley painting's worth a lot of money now. Look on the back, it says 21 million. Krispy Kreme, Muhammad Ali, 21 million. Hey, Quick Trippy, won't you pay me up nice? Pay me up nice for the rest of my life, yeah. Hey, Quick Trippy, won't you pay me up good? Pay me up good so I'm the baddest in the hood. Check out Quick Trippy's artwork at quicktrippy.com. This is Froggy Fresh signing off. Peace.
Thanks again, Quick Trippy. Froggy Fest as well.
Free delivery. They've got free delivery right now through some
Quick
date
Trip?
in March.
Trip.
So
That's
like
not saying
highly
No, Quick
recommend.
Trippy is
An
one
artist.
of the sponsors, an artist.
Quick Trippy.
Yeah.
I gotta look you up. That sounds like a really cool name. I appreciate you.
The trippiest.
Grant.
Wonderful. Well, how about a couple more songs from you guys? How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Unless you want me to keep grilling you on information.
I mean, our body's your choice in this moment, but
Oh man. Yeah, let's seg into a couple more songs from you guys. I'm really enjoying this.
thank you. Thank you for having us.
Tape and Tears, my friends. Thank you.
This next song is called Mirror Image. This is definitely the first like folk punk type song that I ever wrote. Very inspired by AJJ. So here I am again, staring at the side of my eye. She's so disappointed no matter what I try. And in my mother's voice I hear her stumbling a sigh. Yeah, that sounds about right. So here I go again, gotta antagonize anyone who dares to tell me I look pretty, no surprise. And in my best friend's voice I hear a giggle and a sigh. Yeah, that sounds about right. Cause I could give you a dozen roses, you would find the thorn. All the things no one notices, you are keeping score. Do you even realize the daggers in your stare? One look from you, oh God, I'm through, so damn self-aware. So here I am again, in a sea of strangers I'm fine. But when two of those eyes are brown, then I'm terrified. More vulnerable with my clothes on in daylight, yeah, that sounds about right. So here I go again, blame the trauma and the pride for my narcissistic tendencies and selfish mind. Guess I can't understand why the voices are yelling at me tonight. Cause I could give you a dozen roses, you would find the thorn. All the things no one notices, you're keeping score. Do you even realize the daggers in your stare? One look from you, oh God, I'm through, so damn self-aware. That sounds about right. No, that sounds about right. Oh, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Cause I could give you a dozen roses, you would still find the thorn. All the things no one notices, you're keeping score. Do you even realize the daggers in your stare? One look from you, oh God, I'm through, so damn self-aware. That sounds about right. No, that sounds about right. Oh, that sounds about right. That sounds about right. Do you want to introduce the last one?
Yes. So this one is called White Sheep. It was, I think, the second or third song of yours that you ever, because you started writing it after we met.
Yeah.
And I told her this first time she played it for me on uke, this deserves like an orchestra behind it. But then we wrote a guitar part, and I realized no, it just needed a guitar.
It became very special.
It became very special. I didn't notice this until after it was released. She put this on the album. It's White Sheep featuring Quiver the Busker, because the intro and outro that you're about to hear was the first thing I ever wrote on guitar when I first learned how to fingerpick, and I just didn't put it in anything. And then I remembered it in the studio, and I was like, wait, hold on, how does this sound? And then there was one of those magical moments where there's no question, like, yeah, that's what we're doing. Everybody agreed, no argument.
This was one of the first songs that I really felt comfortable in as an artist trying to actually pursue music. So I always like to use it to say my thanks and appreciation for having me here with my friends and with people I don't know or have yet to get to know. So thank you all for having us. We're Tape and Tears. If you want to hear our album, it's out in the world. And this is on it, called White Sheep. fast learner, just a young girl with an age in mind. Keeping her heart tight to the chest, tied with a rope and a bulletproof vest. Oh, these contracts, footnotes are killing me. I don't know who I sold my soul away to. Would I trade all the lights and novelties for family majority of white sheep? And I see myself as a side piece in everyone's story, better to assist than to lead. Could I trade all the lights and novelties for family majority of white sheep? No one of a kind, just a dozen a dime, but I don't want to give up quite yet. I don't know if more than people I see will hear my words, but I try to believe that my dramatics and hyperboles are meant for something more. And it might seem naive to think that you care about me, but I give so deep what's here on my sleeve. Oh, these contracts, footnotes are killing me. I just don't know who I sold my soul away to. Would I trade all the lights and novelties for a family majority of white sheep? And I see myself as a side piece in everyone's story, better to assist than to lead. Could I trade all the lights and novelties for family majority of white sheep? Oh, and here I am in season 5, getting pretty tired of those lines and lies. Guess it's why your funny direction to right, one I've never seen present before my eyes. You could give it a try, I don't think I'd mind an Orpheus for a while. And it's coming someday, I'll brace for rain, but your scenes get damn good rates, so ooh, these contracts, footnotes are killing me. I just don't know who I sold my soul away to. Would I trade all the lights and novelties for family majority of white sheep? And I see myself as a side piece in everyone's story, better to assist and to lead. Could I trade all the lights and novelties for family majority? Oh, of white sheep.
Beautiful, beautiful.
That was the last one we had planned. But yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Well, first off, wonderful. That was
Thank
wonderful
you.
music.
Thank you so much.
Thank you guys so much for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
I want, before we start wrapping things up here a little bit, I just wanted to bring up another little point that I'd or something I wanted to ask you guys. So, you know, performing and songwriting isn't something that comes naturally to a lot of people. You know, it takes a lot of reps, a lot of work. And you know, getting the muscle memory there to where you feel comfortable performing a song in front of people, it's second nature for some people. For some people, it's not. Like, it took a lot of reps for me to even be able to play a guitar and sing. You know what I mean? Which hit you first? Like, the desire to write the music, instrumental, like your ability to play the instruments, and wanting to make that into a song, a cohesive song?
I think for me, like, I always was a singer since I could talk, my mom used to say. And then I wrote my first song when I was 8 years old. If anyone knows Jewel, it was a parody of The Tale of Hades and Persephone, Two Hands by Jewel. And then I started writing songs ever since. And the instruments came kind of out of a autonomous necessity to be able to write what I was hearing in my head and give it the care I wanted it to, and then I could share it with other people because I wanted to, not because I had to.
What about you, Quiver?
I wanted to start writing music before I could play an instrument, but just there was a block in my brain. My teenage self never could get a song out there, so I would just started busking. So I'm blind. I like not mentioning that until late into shows, but I can't see like almost at all. And it's a lot easier to perform when you can't see how people look at you. You know, because people, you don't know if you look like an idiot unless somebody tells you. And
Who cares?
only
at that
children
point?
do that openly. Like most adults will, hold off and just let you make a fool of yourself. So I learned to play guitar, and then I would just sit on my bed alone instead of partying. And then I thought, why don't I just do this on a park bench? I'm already playing guitar. And then a couple gave me $5 and told me to keep going, and then I did. And then I discovered songwriters and artists who are amazing that I revere, who I am technically better than, and they don't have great voices, but they just do it unapologetically. And that gave me permission to suck on a microphone as well.
Yeah, I always felt really scared of not being as like technically advanced on my instrument, whether it be voice or playing strings or playing keyboard or whatever. And I kind of just had to let that go and be okay with not being the best in the room vocally or musically, but being okay, being like, I give a good performance, I hope. And I think I try to make lyrics that matter to me in a manner that I think might matter to other people.
Translates well. And, perfection is like the enemy of good.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm learning that more and more myself as time goes on.
Yeah, we were talking about how, like, you're never going to have a perfect performance. I'm dyslexic, and I have all the ears, I like to say. So I always write my music in a manner where if the chords get reversed, because they are inevitably going to, in my mind, it's okay, and it's going to sound okay.
Yeah.
And even though I'm freaking out in here, I'm not freaking out here. So... I know no performance is going to be perfect, and even tonight has not been for me, but I'm just being okay being here with you all, in this moment. Yeah.
That's all it is, man. It's about the moment we're all building together.
Exactly.
By being in this room, by paying attention to the stream, by, championing for each other.
Yeah. I'm really glad spaces like this exist.
Absolutely. It's all thanks to Isaiah Dreesen,
Yeah.
here at the Cedars Project.
I was leading into that, yeah.
Homeboys putting together a community here.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Community matters more than ever, I think, especially with creativity.
And I've been saying it for weeks, months at this point here at the Cedar Streams, man. Like right now, community banding together and leaning on one another and forming spaces like this where we can not only be safe, but like feel accepted and feel safe. You can technically be somewhere and just feel disgusted by the room you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's important to just foster that here.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the biggest compliments I've ever received was playing a show in a dive bar and people just feeling comfortable enough to sit down as like a bunch of queer punks, like listening, be like, yeah, like almost like through tears feeling. So good tears. I think like
Happy
the cathartic
tears.
kind. A mix, but yes, some happy, some like just breathing through it.
Absolutely. So we'll take another moment to hear from one of our wonderful sponsors, TimberTap. Thanks again to TimberTap, Timber Innovations, and Quick Trippy for sponsoring the stream, getting everyone here together. So I'm hearing tell from a little birdie perched upon my shoulder who goes by the name of Grant that Quiver's got a little something to play for us.
All right. I usually like ending on a happy note, so
Which we don't.
so yeah, let's end on a happy note. It's a nice 4-chord sing along. I surmise that at least one person knows the words. But if you would please sing along if you do know it. It's called Anti-Nihilist. It's out on my EP, but it's going to be a full band version on my album March 6th coming out. Holy shit, holy shit, holy shit, I'm gonna die. This normally wouldn't bother me. I'm not sure if that's alright. Hating my life and myself was so much wasted time. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. Is it hard to find a point to life on borrowed time? Can you just not fathom you don't need hope before you try? It's not my place to call you out or even give advice, but I can't help but notice the same thought just crossed our minds. That holy shit, I'm gonna die. This normally wouldn't bother me, I'm not sure if that's alright. Hating my life and myself was so much wasted time. Holy shit, I'm gonna die. Everything means nothing, all you have is here and now. Are you so immature to feel you've been cheated somehow? You're not alive on sufferance, you have nothing to prove. But everything is finite, so you have one thing to lose. Cause holy shit, I'm gonna die. This normally wouldn't bother me, I'm not sure if that's alright. Hating my life and myself with so much wasted time. Holy shit, I'm gonna. We're all just atoms in the void. There's nothing pouting helps. Nothing will have value till you put it there yourself. Life's meaningless, you're not a genius, we've all realized. The only difference is I don't think you've internalized that holy shit, I'm gonna die. This normally wouldn't bother me, I'm not sure if that's alright. Hating my life and myself with so much wasted time. One more time. Oh, holy shit, I'm gonna die. This normally wouldn't bother me, I'm not sure if that's alright. Hating my life and myself with so much wasted time. Holy shit, I'm gonna die.
And that is how you end a show, homie. That is amazing. That was wonderful.
That's awesome, because we typically are going to end our shows and do with a folk punk cover, and that is a folk punk cover by Quiver the Busker.
Hell yeah. Well, that's the end of the stream tonight, my friends. Thank you all for joining us.
Thank you for having
Tape
us.
and Tears.
Thank
Let's
you
do
so
some
much.
shameless self-promotion. Where can we find you? Where can we find your music? What shows you doing? You said you got
Yeah.
a tour coming up.
We have...
Rattle it off.
We do. We have. You can find our album. Thank you so much, Josh. Grace of Any Kind is out on all streaming platforms except for YouTube, because I'm mad at you. No, I got to email them.
Yeah, they have a problem with us.
They have a problem with us. Let's fight in the back alley. How about that? But you can find you can find us there. Any show that we have upcoming, we have. Yes, I mean it is incredible, because we do have custom made merch, all handmade by myself, or our lovely friends, or my mother, which is amazing. And yeah, you can find us in Appleton, Wisconsin, coming up on March 1st. We have an Ice Out benefit. On Friday, we're going to be in Oshkosh, and then we're hitting the road for a Midwest tour.
Yeah, we're hitting Minneapolis, Madison, Wisconsin, Chicago, Cleveland, Indianapolis, Nashville, Louisville. And if I'm missing,
Detroit.
Detroit. I used to live there. I'm in Detroit.
We love you, Detroit. Sorry.
Yeah, love you. And
Thanks.
yes, thank you.
It's all
Yeah.
independently planned.
And then
DIY.
my album, That's Not Nothing, projected March 6th.
Yay! The tour is split between Quiver the Busker and Tape and Tears, so please come out and enjoy it.
We're active on Instagram.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, my friends, big thank you to Timber Innovations, Timber Tap, and Quick Trippy for sponsoring this evening's stream. Thanks to Isaiah and Aaron Dusterheft up in the booth doing the sound things.
Thank
Hell
you,
yeah.
Josh.
Thank you guys
Thank
very
you, Josh,
much.
for hosting. Thank
I'm
you for having
Joshua
us.
Hester. This has been Cedar Streams, and we'll see you on down the stream, huh?